Good evening, guys. Welcome back to the Global Racing Network. Unfortunately, we're doing it a little bit different today. I'm still suffering from internet problems, so it isn't a live stream this evening. This has been uploaded after the race has taken part. We're here for round number 8 of the Top Speed Racing League, and for the first time in its history, we officially have a full 20 car grid here for the Top Speed Racing League. History in the making tonight as we wait for the session to load in, and we'll be good to go. As we wait for final few cars to load in, the clock will start counting down at the top. We'll go for the one-shot qualifying, followed by the 25% race here in the desert of Bahrain. Very isolated island this, but it is all desert, it is all sand, and there is going to be a lot of high temperatures. Track temperature predicted will be between 40 and 50 degrees. Air temperature sort of mid to high 30s. So it is going to be a very warm one as we head across the line to make history this evening here in TSRL, and it's Kev the Quick, one of the new debutants this evening, leading the way so far. Maestro's just nicked ahead of him. NZ Pro is up there as well. AHES, they're all fluctuating positions between turn 1. May, who's not a debutant to TSR, well, not a debutant to the Global Racing Network, should I say, debutant for TSRL this evening. Seen him race a couple of times in GRL. He is out already, so he'll be starting from the back of a grid. I've got a funny feeling that is an invalidated lap from NZ Pro, and NZ Pro is off the road and has had a nightmare very early on. So it's Kev the Quick leading the way. Tom Prof not far behind him though in this qualifying session. They make their way into the hairpin, nice and smooth through there early on. DRS open. Tom just pulling slightly ahead. Balin is up there as well. NLD Gromwald, championship leader, currently by only 5 points though. If Tom has a big point scoring tonight, he will be up into the championship lead. There's only 5 points separating them two currently. So it'll be interesting to see what happens as they make their way for the final corner. Kev the Quick and Tom Prof swapping positions like yo-yos at the front. I think it's going to be Tom Prof that gets it, and it is indeed. Tom Prof 126.8 takes pole position. I am Balin nicks Kev the Quick on the line. We're 126.9. And Kev the Quick also has a 126.9 as well. Not quite as fast. And that is the end of qualifying. Tom Prof is on pole position then. Ian Balin is alongside him in second. Kev the Quick's third. NLD Gromwald's fourth. Just Moman is P5. Haig on his debut in the league is P6. Josh JS Gaming P7. Deadly Mosquito's down in P8. Maestro's P9. Los Manginos is hanging on to the top 10 in 10th. Kylo's P11. EFF's P12. Mighty League on his debut is P13. Dylan is P14, AD's P15, AHES is P16, Dangerous Noob, who is also a debutant, is P17, Colin is P18, NZ Pro P19 after setting no time, and May is at the back. As we will now load in to get the main race underway. We are doing 14 laps of this Sakir International Circuit this evening here in Bahrain. As the final cars once again just loaded in, and they'll be ready to go here for round number 8 of the Top Speed Racing League. We'll get a formation lap and then we'll be good to go. As the countdown commences, we drop the clock and we get ready to go racing here in Bahrain as Tom Prof leads us off the grid then. Balin is alongside him as we'll eventually get out of cockpit camera. I'd like to hope so. There we go. and eventually get out. A couple of guys being reset to the grid already, so they will be starting with very cold tyres to say the least. Tomgo Prof, like I say, is on pole position then. Ian Ballin is alongside him in P2. Kev De Quick is P3. NLD Grunwald is down in P4. Just Moman is up in P5, who is also a championship contender. Hay is P6, Joskias Gaming's P7, Deadly Mosquito's down in P8, Maestro's not had a very good qualifying at all, he's down in P9, Los Manginos is P10, Kylo is P11, EFF's P12, Mighty League on his debut is P13, Dylan is P14, AD's P15, Ahes is P16, Dangerous Noob is P17 on his debut, Collins P18, NZ Pro's P19, and May is at the back in 20th. As they're just trying to get the tyres nice and toasty on this formation lap. Tom just trying to get a bit of temperature into them. Ballin is following very closely behind him. Like I say, 14 laps round this Sakir International Circuit. It'll be a good race. It's not often the game gives us a day race, should I say. It's normally under the lights in the dark, so it'll be interesting to see how many drivers have actually practiced this. It was set to one random time and dynamic weather as usual, so anything could happen in the race. I very much doubt we're going to get rain, to be honest. It's absolutely boiling sunshine as they make their way to the grid then to begin round number 8 of the Top Speed Racing League. Like I say, few cars reset to grid very, very early on. Who is going to get the better getaway? That is going to be the question as Tom slots into grid position. Everyone slotting in behind him nicely. That is Tom's look down towards turn 1. As we get ready to go green, May is just forming up at the back, and then we'll be ready to go for round number 8, like I say, of the Top Speed Racing League here on the Global Racing Network. 14 laps around the Sakir International Circuit to come as we get going and go to 5 red lights here in Bahrain. Long 5 red lights out, and away we go, and it's a good getaway from Tomgo Prof. It looked like Kev De Quick got a good start. Oh, there's a huge crash in the back. It's EFF, and Dylan Sucks that got involved. Virtual safety car straight away, absolutely no surprise there. That is one that is going to have to be looked at after the race. It's been upgraded to a full safety car. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Los Manginos was involved in it as well, but May, Dylan and EFF all out in the first 100 metres. I'm wondering if somebody did not get off the line well and has spun very, very early on. That will definitely be one for the stewards room later on tonight. So we've got a safety car in the very early stages. And like I say, that is a disaster. We've lost 4 cars already. Dangerous Noob has also DNF'd. I think he had damage from that incident. And like I say, that is not a very good start. It looked like to me that a car had not got off the line, had stalled on the grid, and it was just a concertina effect from that. Like I say, it will be investigated, I think. Tomgo Prof into the pits, no surprise, and Kev De Quick staying out. That is a very interesting call. Ian Ballin's in. I think Josh Jess Gaming stays out. That's a very interesting call as well, and so does AD. Everyone from P4 to even lower now, everyone is heading for the pit lane to get their pit stops out of the way. So Kev De Quick forms up behind the safety car, and We'll wait for the cars to get behind the safety car. Guys, stay tuned and we'll be back shortly for the restart. Welcome back, guys, to the Global Racing Network. The safety car is coming in at the end of this lap, as the Aston Martin safety car this evening pulls away. Interestingly, Kev De Quick, Los Manios and Josh Jayers Gaming did make a pit stop behind the safety car. They went in a lap behind everyone else, so they've dropped to near the back of the field. The only car that has not pitted is the race leader, and that is AD, and he goes very early on, and we are green once again here in Bahrain as they made their way down towards turn 1. Ballin, Tongo Prof and NLD Grumble going 3 wide into turn 1. This could end in disaster. NLD Grumble on the inside, they just about make contact. How they've got through cleanly, I don't know. Tom has to give way eventually. That is great racing on the restart between the two, and it means NLD Grumwald has gained a position over his championship rival. That is the crucial thing here. It was a now or never move, and also Ballin is got to defend from a very much charging NLD Grumwald. AD's made a few places early on. He's pulled. We've got a spinner at the back. That is Los Magidos round at turn 4. But AD already pulling a nice little gap to the leaders, just under a second. Balin is there though, and he's going to try and catch up as much as he can here on lap 4. And like I say, this is not a great restart for Tom at all. I think he just got caught napping a little bit. Didn't expect AD to go that early and just got caught napping and just lost the handful of positions. Who's that in the wall? That is Deadly Mosquito round. That is at turn 12, that is. Just after the second DRS zone. He has had a spin. AD thought about entering the pit lane. He was trying to freak Balin out a little bit there. Balin sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix on their medium tyres, so he is coming after AD. I think it'll be only a matter of time before he does try and attempt to move for this race lead. There's a couple of scrappings back in the background. That's Las Manginos and Sorry, that's Kev Quick and Josh Jess Gaming and Mighty League scrapping at the back there. As Balin looks to make his charge. Yellow at turn 4 for AHES running wide. It's not been a great race for AHES so far, it must be said. Meanwhile, a bit further down, we've got a spin, and that is Colin Soul, and he's reset to track. That will be a penalty after the race for that. Does say the league rules. No resets to track, and that's exactly what Colin's done, so he will be getting penalised for that after, as Balin has got past AD in the meantime. I completely missed that. AD goes very wide, get AD up the inside of Balin. They take each other out. It was a very late lunge, and I don't think Balin saw him coming really. This is bringing Todd. NLD Gromwald has gone into the lead. Tom's up the inside of Balin. They're tripping over each other. I don't know if AD's heading for the pit lane now, but I don't know if Balin was forced off the track by AD there. That might be one again for the stewards room later on. As Balin defending hard from Tom GoProf. Mighty League is into the pit lane as well with Colin, so I'm wondering if that was something to do with Colin's spin and they are getting new front wings put on. As Balin will look to try and chase after the race leader, NLD Gromwald, as we ride on board with Balin. He's got a mirror full of Tom GoProf. And Gromwald is just holding his position at the front at the minute. Meanwhile, a bit further down the order, Just Moman is trying to, well, sitting behind. A little battle in front of him involving Maestro and Kylo. Maestro round the outside, goes very late, and has got a penalty for exceeding track limits because of it, so has to give the position of 5th place to Kylo. This is bringing Just Moman into play. It's Just Moman looking to stay with his teammate here, stay with his friend should I say. There's no teammates in this division, and he might try and make a look for a move into the final corner. This is over 5th place, has to tuck in on that occasion, but gets it done on exit, to be fair. Very good. Kylo runs wide and Maestro slots through as well, and Kylo is going to be a sitting duck because he didn't get DRS out of the last corner. Is Maestro now going to make a move on Just Moman? He looks to the inside, gets it stopped. Moman defends it well. This is great racing between these lot, all tripping over each other to say the least. Now Just Moman's got the defending to do because he hasn't got DRS whatsoever. I say this is great racing, really tripping over each other in the mid-pack here. As meanwhile at the front, Balin has dispatched of NLD Gromwald, and more crucially, Tom is ahead of NLD Gromwald into the lead. That is crucial for the championship. Kevdi Quick has crashed, and that is another safety car. Now, will anybody gamble and try and go to the soft compounder tyres to get to the end of the race? Only time will tell, really. Kevdi Quick has had quite a serious accident by the looks of things. We'll be able to see it from AD's view what exactly has happened. I think he's gone into the inside wall. The answer to that is yes. He just cut off there, but he has had a very big hit into the inside wall. Now, will anybody make a gamble and go on to the soft tyres? That's going to be crucial. Ballin thought about it. Tom didn't. Elodie Gromwald hasn't. Hager's also stayed out. Just Moman is heading for the pit lane. So is Maestro behind him. Kylo is as well. So they'll be trying to go on to softs, I would think. Well, just Moman and Kylo are on hard, so they might... no, they are opting for softs. I did think they probably would. AD stays out. I think the rest of them will stay out. So Ballin forms up behind the safety car. And Josh J.S. Gaming is currently in P4 as NLD Gromwald spins. That is crucial for the championship. Once again, he spun behind the safety car. So NLD Gromwald, it's not been a good race from him again today, this evening. He's really struggling. So that brings Hay up into P3, all a chance for a win. Josh J.S. Gaming is up there as well, but as far as I'm aware, I believe he's just left the session. Yes, he has. There's a big red X above his name, so his points unfortunately won't count. NZ Pro, from starting from 19th on the grid, is up to P5. He's had an absolute stonking race from that. So NLD Grunwald P6, Manginos is behind. But just Moman and Kylo could be the threat here on the soft compounder tyres. Everyone else on the mediums or the hards. Maestro's also gone onto the softs, and so is AHES. So they could be the troublemakers in the final stages of this race. As once again, guys, we'll take a quick break and we'll be back shortly for the restart. Welcome back, guys, to the Global Racing Network. The safety car is coming in at the end of this lap, and it is going to be a 4-lap dash to the line to conclude round number 8 of the Top Speed Racing League. We could have a different winner here. Balin is currently leading the way. He's backing up Tom, he's backing up Haig. Haig is trying to get on with it. Balin has gone now. We are green once again here in Bahrain. It looks like Tomgo Prof is nappy again. Haig has pulled alongside him. Is he going to get ahead of him into turn 1? Los Maginos and Enzo Pro scrapping it out. Los Maginos makes a very big lunge, and there's contact in the middle, and it involves Kylo not avoiding the incident. Debris on the track. That's a disaster for Kylo's race. He was having a real good one as well. He was going to be the threat on the soft compounded tyres. We've got another incident. That is 80 off the road. As it looks like he may have wing damage and may have to back out of that one. But Haig has snuck up into second place. Are we going to see a different winner for a very long time here in the Top Speed Racing League? Balin is pulling a very big gap already on their medium compounded tyres. The main man just behind them though is Just Moman. He has gone on to a fresh set of soft tyres. And he's all over the back of Tomgo Prof. As NLD Gromwald is out, so Tomgo Prof will extend his championship lead. Will take the lead of the championship after today. NLD Gromwald has crashed. It looks like there he is off the side of the road. He's pulled off. So Tomgo Prof, regardless of where he finishes, is going to extend this championship league. Hayes gone defensive. They're going 3 wide down the front straight. Is Just Moman going to split the two of them on the soft compounded tyres? It's wheel banging between the lot of them into the hairpin. Contact between the two of them. Just Moman tries the undercut and gets it done. Great racing from Just Moman up into second place. Really good move that. And Tomgo Prof, even though he's going to extend, going to take the championship lead and extend it, it might not be his day either. For points wise, Just Moman, one of the other main championship contenders, is into second place, and he's gonna try and hunt down that race leader Iron Balin on them soft compounder tyres that are 6 laps newer. This is gonna be a great end to this TSRL Bahrain Grand Prix. Meanwhile, behind them, Haig is going defensive from Tom. Tom's going to try and get past Haig. Haig's going to be a little bit of a sitting duck on them hard tyres, to say the least, as it looks like he's struggling for grip. Tom is all over the rear end of him, and it looks like Tom will try and make a move at some point on board with Tom as he heads down the back straight for the first time. Haig going defensive, can't quite defend from there. Tom still hanging on. As Haig has lost the position, Tom has got past. But Haig's going to come backing him down the inside. Gets it stopped. Great racing between the two of them. They're not giving it up that easily. Meanwhile, at the front, Just Moman is trying to get past Iron Balin in the final stages for the race lead. He really does not need to make a mistake now if he can afford it. Is the South African driver going to get past in the last stages and take his first win in TSRL? That is going to be the crucial thing. It's going to be a different winner anyway, as long as Tom and Haig can't stay with them, and it looks like they're not at the minute. Just Moman goes into the back of Iron Balin, forces him off the road. I think he may give up the position there. He has going past. It's Just Moman. I don't know if that was lag contact or not. It might be looked at after the race, but Just Moman is into the race lead in the last stages. Haig has just stayed ahead of Maestro. Maestro is coming on Haig as Tom has now dispatched of him and can go after the leaders. But this is bringing very quickly Maestro into play. Further down the field, JS Gaming having a scrap with Kylo. And it looks like Kylo may have wing damage on that car. Yes, he does indeed. So I'm wondering if there was some form of contact. But Balin is going to try and come back at just moment. Can't quite do it into turn 1. Maestro has got past Haig. Haig is really struggling on them hard tyres now. Really getting punished for them. As Balin is staying with Just Moman as much as he can. But Just Moman on the fresher, faster tyres has pulled an absolute blinder. He's done a 2-stop race, has Just Moman, and you've been thinking, why has he done a 2-stop race? We've had 2 safety cars in this race, that's why. And Maestro, not far behind him either, has also done a 2-stop and he's cutting his way through the field as well. As meanwhile we scroll back to Maestro because he's making a move on Haig round the outside with DRS, gets the move done. Maestro up into 4th. And Just Moman holding his cool against Iron Balin. A bit of a kind of controversial move to get past, but will Just Moman get his first win in TSRL, or will it be a first win for Iron Balin? We're about to find out as we go on to the final lap of this TSRL Bahrain Grand Prix. Iron Balin has got DRS down the front straight. He's going to go to the outside of Just Moman and gets the move done. Iron Balin, before they even get to the corner, Just Moman is going to need to try and stick with him now. This is not over. This is going to run all the way to the checkered flag here at round 8 of TSRL. Just Moman's picked up a 3-second penalty. That is a disaster for his race. It means he should get second if he can keep ahead of Tom, but he'll need to pull a gap to Balin if he does get in front, which in the last stages of this race seems near impossible. And it looks like it's going to be a first win for Iron Balin in TSRL. He stayed out on the medium tyres, and it looks like he may be getting a reward for it. Just Moman just making a slight mistake that has cost him absolutely dear in this race. He's got DRS on Iron Balin, but I don't think it's going to make much difference. All he needs to do now is keep that free in this race as Balin rounds the final few corners. Just Moman trying to stick in his toe as much as possible as they head down towards the line. Iron Balin still staying ahead. NZ Pro has had a crash with AD. And AHES and AD have had a crash. NZ Pro's crashed, but Iron Balin wins the TSRL Bahrain Grand Prix. Just Moman comes home in P2, his best finish in TSRL. Tongo Prof comes home in P3. Haig comes home on a debut finish in P4. Maestro comes home for P5. Mighty League on his debut comes home P7, sorry, because Colin sneaks ahead with P8 with penalties. Kylo will come home for P8 in the race, and Josh J.S. Gaming will come home for P9. Deadly Mosquito, NZ Pro both crashed out on the final lap, so Los Maginos will come home to take the final point in 10th. Well guys, what a race that was. It went right down to the wire. Quite a few DNFs due to incidents. We lost 4 cars at the start of the race due to someone not getting off the line well. That brought out a very early safety car, and we had the other one for a crash from Donkey Max. And deservedly, Colin does get driver of the day. He started well near the back of the field and he's got the job done today. Guys, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.